Welcome! We are proud to have you as one of our esteemed judges in this awards program that some liken to the Olympics of the contact center world. We take pride in what we do and we are thankful to have your support. In this demo I will cover the following: the background to the awards, the importance of integrity, rules of conduct, we'll take a look at a demo, common questions and answers, and we'll finish with some tips and next steps. We created the awards program back in 2006, having recognized the need for a fair, unbiased and challenging awards program. Every year we attract over 1,500 entries across 50 or more nations. And to add fairness, we also involve multiple judges from a pool of judges for every single entry. And to avoid bias, we also set you up so that you only see entries outside of your continent. For example, judges in, say, the US only see entrants from Asia and Europe, Middle East and Africa. A judge in, say, Europe will only see entrants in the Americas and Asia. Plus, we have several checks and balances in place and also normalized scores between judges to ensure entrants get a fair opportunity. There is a lot of sophistication behind what we do. All the selected finalists are then invited to go on to share best practices at one of our regional events and are judged live by the audience using our own proprietary judging system. At the regional events we present gold to the winners and they are then invited to compete at the global event against the best in the world from other regions. Finally, gold winners at the global event are crowned best in the world. And the delegates and entrants all get exposed to over 500 best practices on average at each event. So everyone learns and benefits. It's not a closed door process where winners don't get to see their competition. In ours, it's transparent. I'd like to talk a little about integrity. We take pride in our process. To us, integrity is everything. We ask that you as judges look beyond a spelling mistake or grammar error and look at the content of the entries. Remember, some 75% are from entrants where English is not their first language. We ensure out-of-continent judging to avoid bias and even check entries to make sure there are no names shown, even company names. If you spot any entries which gives away the identity of the entrant, let us know so that we can ensure no other judges see this and we can take care of it. So following on, here are some rules of conduct for all judges to abide by. If you can't be fair, don't judge an entry. Please just leave it. Treat every entrant the same way and don't show any bias. For example, don't score someone down based on anything other than the quality of the answer. Don't share any data you see. Entrants trust us to maintain confidentiality, and that means you should not copy or reproduce or share any data you see. And do add comments please to illustrate why you rated the entrant the way you did. This helps us and the entrant. Let's take a look at the demo. Note, as this is a demo, we won't actually save the responses. Also, each category has a different number of questions. There are several ways to access the awards that you can judge. The first way is to go to My Page when you're logged in, go down to the My Page link, and then scroll down all the quick links on the left hand side until you come to My Awards and then Judge Awards. The second way is when you're logged into Contact Center World to go to the awards page, click on Global Top Ranking Performers, and when you're on the awards website there is a link to Judge My Judging page. When you're on there, you'll then see some areas that you need to confirm in terms of the process and also your obligations. Now as soon as I go down to this, I'm going to scroll down the page. The system will take me to a page and we give you a welcome message as one of our judges. Once you've read that message, there is a link here in red. It says click here to access award entries you can judge. Now when I click on that link, again I'm going to be taken to a new page, and there are some notes for you to read and review. There's some information, some policies and some rules as well. And as you go down the page, there is also a video where I take you through some more information. This video you can watch at any time. You're watching it now anyway if you're watching me to take you through this process. Once you've actually gone through the entire process and you think you're familiar with it, we do have an approval form that basically would ask you to check the checkbox and then click the confirmation of agreement. At this point, you'll then be taken into our system where you can start to see all the awards that we would like you to judge in the process. So let's take a look at one of these, and I'm going to click on this one here, Best Contact Sales Professional. Now when I click on this, it's going to give me some background information. It's going to confirm the name of the award, which is Sales Professional, and this tells me that I'm looking at an entrant who works in a contact center of 600 other people. The center was established in 2010 and it's an outbound center. It happens to be in the telecommunications sector. So what I can do is, as I go through this, some of these are purely for background, and the selections are what the actual entrant put down when they entered the awards process. So these are selections that they've made. So it tells me that they're customer service, outbound sales, they also do outbound calls. That's what the primary function of this center is. Now then, as I go through this, I start to see more information about the individual and what they're doing, like what is their job title and their responsibilities. Now this is filled in by the entrant, so this gives me a good idea, good understanding of what this person does, how they see their particular roles and responsibilities. If they did include any names or references to the company name, we would, in 99.9% of cases, actually have picked up on that and gone through and put X's or blanked out their name. That's why sometimes you see XXX or various other indications to say that this has been blanked out. If however you find anywhere we do accidentally indicate the name of a person or a company that you think relates to this particular award entry, let us know and we'll take care of it. So I'm going to go through, and this is just a demo. I'm going to read through this, and I understand a little bit about this person's roles, responsibilities. They're okay. There's nothing special in here. It just tells me what they do. They're not outlining any responsibilities in terms of sales success or anything. So it's kind of okay. It's nothing special. I'm just going to say it's good. Nothing fancy there. They say they're assistant. We ask for different levels, and they have 5 years of experience. They've worked at the current contact center. You can see this information, how many calls they make. And then we start going on to other questions. So this, at every stage, we'd like you to give more information. So in this case, we're asking for some free format. We're asking them to fill in a form with some information about what differentiates them. If I happen to say this is excellent, I will click down here, and there is actually a link where it says please add additional comments. This is where I as a judge might write some comments. I might say, for example, this person is doing absolutely brilliantly, or very poor. Or as I go through this, you can see the format is very easy to follow. We're asking you to approve things, and you see the box changes from a red to a black, and you see a green tick. This makes it very easy. For example, if I accidentally miss something, and I'm just going to go down this, and like I say, this is purely for demonstration purposes, and I'm going to go down here. I'd actually put some comments in, reason why I rated them this way. I'd put 2 reasons and 2 comments so that we've actually got some reference. Let's put reason 1, reason 2. And in your case, you'd actually be putting a lot more details down about what you think of each of these judgments. And I'd add some last comments. I might just put excellent at sales, proven ability, just maybe something like that, and also some reference to something I saw in the application. Click save comments here, and I get to the very bottom There's no feedback I need to give Contact Center World because everything looks good. And I get to the bottom and I say this is excellent overall. Click Save Comments. Now the system won't actually progress on from there because the system is telling me that I haven't finished this. If I finish it, I'll get a different message. So okay, there's something I'm missing in this. So I go back up. Okay, there's another one here I've missed. So as soon as I click Excellent on this one, we get a dialog box. You've finished rating this award submission. When you're finished, please click Finalize Scores at the bottom. And once I click OK, what will actually happen is the system will go back to the original list that we had just a minute ago, but the record I actually just judged would have disappeared off that list, so the list automatically decreases as we do each and every award submission. So I started off with 15, 16. I do one, the number's going to go down, and every time I do one, the number's going to go down and down and down. On the right hand side, you can actually see how many answers you've rated. So if you do want to come back to one because you haven't finished it, you can actually go back to it at any stage, and you can see you've judged 5 out of 7 possible responses, or 6 out of 7, or 1 out of 7, because maybe you're in the middle of judging and you have to depart and take care of something else. You can come back to it and see where you were and pick up at any moment in time. What I will say, if you do have any questions at any stage or any comments or suggestions, please let us know. We're always interested in making this process a lot easier and more professional all the way through. Thank you very much. Here are some common questions and our answers. Should I judge if I don't have the experience in a particular category? The answer, no. Just flag it as one you can't judge and we can reallocate it to someone who can. Number 2, how long have I got to judge? The answer, as you saw in the demo, we batch entries by region and each has a deadline. You will see this on the list of entries to judge when you log in. Number 3, how long should I allow for judging? Ideally, 10 to 20 hours maximum over a 4-week period. And number 4, can I start judging a record and come back to it later to finish? Answer, yes, you can, just as we saw in the demo. Just make sure you hit save to ensure your position is kept. Lastly, here are a few tips and next steps. Make sure your personal profile is up to date on contactcenterworld.com. We want to showcase all judges, and this will mean we will link to your personal profile. If you're not sure what yours is, log in and go to My Services and access the My Profile link. Check daily for any new submissions. We want you to log in daily to check and not rely on an email from us just in case it gets blocked by a spam filter. And please do some every day. Don't leave them all to do just before the deadline date. We sometimes get a judge who does this and they end up doing nothing. Please don't be that judge. Thank you very much for your time and for watching this demo.